97.3 ESPN, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
The following program is paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. The opinions expressed are not those of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Welcome to the Locker Room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the Locker Room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the Locker Room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube, Craig, welcome to the Locker Room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the Locker Room.
Rich, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
It is week 13 in the NFL. Welcome to the Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig, producer Danny Ryan, and my twin brother Bobby Schwein is here with us today as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. And Bob, welcome to the set.
Yeah, I come in today, and I'm going to keep you straight. You know, every once in a while you.
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
He's playing pretty good football right now with a 112 passer rating, and he's having a great year leading that team. It's not going to be easy, and guess what? With all the trash talking, Josh and Bobby and Danny,
If you can't get up for that game,
you can't get up for this game. You can put it all together.
I mean, somebody's really trash talking in the NFL. It's you don't hear that much. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen a whole lot. So I can't imagine how the Eagles just don't make this like their biggest game of the season, right? You know what I mean? Like I don't see how that happens. I don't know. That could be true, but
the Philadelphia Eagles.
We're looking at this one right now, and
the Philadelphia Eagles have not. I think we're spoiled, Bobby, from what we watched last year. I mean, last year we were rolling over teams, right?
Right,
outscoring everybody, and this year we haven't even against lesser opponents. We haven't been able to put it together, and I think that's what leads to the trepidation for me going into today's game. If there's one game that they got to put it together, it's got to be today.
I think they come out and play well today, Billy. Like I said, these guys are pros. We're late into the season now. You know what I mean?
They got injuries, though. Injuries are starting to be a factor for everybody.
Goddard's the biggest one, right? Is Lane Johnson playing today?
Lane Johnson is playing.
He's playing.
Okay.
He practiced all week. The only guy who's questionable right now is Fletcher Cox. The guys who were already ruled out, I mean, Justin Evans hasn't practiced in 2 weeks. Zach Cunningham was ruled out. He hasn't practiced all week. So Lane's there. It's just the defensive side of the ball. You're banged up. You're not 100%.
All right, so let's regress. Let's go back to last night. It was Championship Saturday. Guys, how about the Alabama-Georgia game, man? Does that put a monkey wrench into everything? I mean, you think if the conference, like Josh said, if the conference championships mean a lot, Alabama's got to be in.
Yeah,
Washington's got to be in.
He's the one that said that. I don't know if I particularly believe that conference winners are. I mean, we've talked about this before.
But see, there's a difference between what you, me, and Billy think and what the committee
listen,
who makes the decision.
I'm a level-headed kind of guy. I don't care what the committee does. I'm a level-headed kind of guy, and there's right and there's wrong.
Well, guess what?
I mean, I have two eyes and I can see.
I have to care about what the committee says because I live in reality. If you want to live in fantasy, that's your problem.
Okay.
But the committee makes the decision whether I like it or not. So I deal in absolute.
All right, well, let me
the absolute. The committee says winning a conference championship matters.
Okay,
Hold on. It does, but you got to remember that Florida State is undefeated. If they don't get into the four, they're gonna.
Okay, here's the smell test for you guys. Okay, who wins Ohio State? If Ohio State plays Florida State, who wins that game?
It's a close game. It's low scoring.
Who wins the game?
Well, Bob, you don't.
Hold on. In your judgment.
I don't know. I can't.
Because I watched enough football to know that Ohio State wins that game.
Is it a neutral field?
It's a neutral field. Ohio State wins the game.
Ohio State wins 17-14.
Okay, they win the game. But so basically,
but you're making it like Florida State is so bad.
I'm not saying they're so bad, but first of all, they're operating with a third-string quarterback.
But they've got to be rewarded with an undefeated season.
I don't know how you take Georgia out of it because they had 29 wins, man.
You can't count the winning streak for this year.
I understand
this year's team, not last year's.
I've watched Georgia almost every game this year, right? They are legit. Okay, they had one bad game.
I don't believe that because if you watched every game, then you would know that half the teams they played are mediocre.
Two or three of the teams that they played.
Two or three.
When you play in the SEC, the talent's top.
And so look, what's going on here with you guys is a microcosm. What's going to be happening
across the country,
across the whole country. Make good for radio.
We're going to start calling him Bobby, Mr. SEC over here.
Or Mike Carlin. Mike Carlin went for the Big Ten. Sell his favorite team to Alabama.
Listen, I mean, everybody talks about we got teams they want to come to the SEC. Everyone wants to leave their conference, come to the SEC.
Well, they're coming to the SEC because of the money. Right. Money's king, baby.
Money and
Texas, Oklahoma are not going to the SEC if the money wasn't there.
All right, Josh, give me your four teams who you think are in the playoffs.
I hate the fact that it's 4 teams.
I gotta ask you.
Listen, if I'm the dictator of the world and I walk into the committee,
if you're king for a day,
and I'm king for a day, and I tell the committee to take a vacation, I'm the 4 I'm putting in are Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama. Because
I have to agree with him.
Because Alabama beat Georgia, you got to give them credit for that.
But Georgia beat
Alabama.
Georgia beat Alabama. Georgia beat Alabama
last year.
Oh, I thought they played this year.
No, that's what I'm saying, Bob.
But you watched every Georgia game.
Yeah.
I watched most of them. I mean, I do work.
Got it.
So that's our
Hear that, Billy? We don't work.
We don't work. I know.
This is a labor of love.
So you see the controversy. So the people that pick today later on at 12 noon, I guess it comes out the college football.
Well, the show starts at noon, but they're going to drag that thing out. To get as many commercial breaks in before they actually make the announcement.
All right, we got a big show lined up.
I did mention money's king.
Right? We got a big show lined up, Josh. We got a big show lined up today as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. It's a little early. People are starting to mosey on in, but by another hour, you're going to see all kind of jerseys.
Billy, the big money's here. I was walking in, I saw 2 Ferraris.
Yeah.
The money's here, man.
So we're going to have a lot of fun. It's week 14 in the NFL. Of course, we're going to get you ready for the Eagles-49ers game, and we're going to talk with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson. We're going to get Grayson's keys to the game brought to you by Blitz's Market in Ocean City. And then, of course, hour 2, we'll talk fantasy football with my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant. We got it all going on today. The Philadelphia Eagles, I'm skeptical today, Bob, but yesterday we talked about another controversy, good radio topic. Is Jalen Hurts the MVP of the league this year so far?
I have to say he is, but he's not having the year that he had last year.
But that's not true.
Because
through the first 11 games, Hurts has more passing touchdowns in 11 games last year. He has more rushing touchdowns.
He also has more interceptions and more fumbles.
Yeah, and he also has a better completion percentage.
But he's also a winner, right? I get it, he's a winner, but
I put him in there, but I just
Brian
like I said,
Baldinger even said it yesterday on the program. He said it's too early, and there's so many people that are having. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are having. He said there's
December
a lot of,
3rd.
you got to start
telling you what-
talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what he said. There's a lot of quarterbacks that are having great years. Brock Purdy, Tagovailoa,
Well, here's the problem. Let's go.
C.J. Stroud.
Let's go one by one. Okay, Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was on a 3-game losing streak because as soon as he didn't have Deebo Samuel,
Dare I say Dak Prescott? Because if you go down to Dallas, they're gonna say that Dak Prescott.
well, listen, Dak Prescott is second in the NFL in completion percentage. You have to give him credit for that.
That's right.
But here's the problem with Dak, and that is Dak has fewer total touchdowns, and he's played more games than Jalen Hurts.
That's right.
Exactly. You know what's funny though? It comes down to the defense. When you put pressure on Purdy and Dak, man, these guys they kind of cave a little bit, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, where Hurts, he's able to finesse his way around the pressure.
But he's a winner. I mean, you can't.
That's what I think the variable
committee-
is. The variable is with Jalen Hurts. These guys, when you put pressure on Purdy and Dak, in my estimation, it's when I look at my eyes, I don't know what the stats are, okay, because you guys are stats guys. But what I'm saying is they kind of buckle to the pressure. Where Jalen Hurts, he stands
he's
tough,
a smooth
man.
customer under
You know
pressure.
what I'm saying? Would you agree with me on that, Josh?
Let me ask you a question with that. So when it comes to a quarterback in general, you're saying, Bob, that you value the intangible
Yes.
more than the tangible.
Yes, I think the winning aspect of his character, his father was a coach,
But if you-
type of
if you-
thing.
if
The
you-
whole 9 yards, the whole pack.
But if you ask Jalen Hurts, guys, he says it every week. He says, "I've got to get better. I've got to improve."
Well, that's a
And
standard.
I
Phil.
know,
I mean,
but-
Well, because he's an adult and he's a petulant child who thinks he's owed everything.
No, but if you were to ask him is he satisfied with the way he's played so far, I bet he says no.
No, but guess
course
what?
not.
But guess what?
that doesn't mean he's not the MVP.
When did he finally smile on Sunday? After he scored that touchdown when they won the game.
He
He didn't smile the entire game. That one moment
Right.
he puts his arms out and smiles
He should
when
have
he gets a
smiled when
touchdown.
Jake Elliott hit that 50.
Well, you know what I
He
can
was
tell you.
cold as ice when Elliott.
Oh man, you know what I got to tell you that that drive was what we're used to as last year.
Right.
And if we can see that, at least 2 quarters, maybe 3 quarters today, I think we
We're getting all revved up for Eagles football. Eagles 49ers. We're dogs at home. Josh,
There's a
that's a
reason
bull.
why
That's
for
a
that.
slap in the face.
that's like
Bobby.
a 6-point swing. isn't it?
Bobby.
That's a 6-point swing.
The reason why, though.
A slap in the face.
Now,
What's the
when
reason why?
well, so what did Sherapan say yesterday when you asked him?
He said that's where all the bag money's going.
Great, the bag money is going there, but so he didn't really answer the question.
No.
So the reason why is because the 49ers are healthier than the Eagles right now. And on
Okay.
paper, people value that. It's like, for example, one of the things, Bobby, you and I were talking about off the air was the fact that Florida State's on their 3rd string quarterback, right? That's a huge demerit against them. Well, for the Eagles, they're down now multiple linebackers. They could potentially be down their number 1 snap guy at defensive tackle. And let's be realistic. Are we really sure that Lane Johnson is even 100%?
So you really get the full truth on these injuries. I get it.
The 49ers are 8-0 this year. 8-0 when Deebo Samuel and Trent Williams both play.
That's true.
Okay, so the reason why the line is the way it is because people are saying 49ers are healthy, Eagles are not. Doesn't mean the Eagles can't win
But
because
this
it is at
team,
home.
but this team finds a way to win.
But-
and we'll
but-
break it all down. Of course, at the bottom of the first hour, we'll talk with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. We'll get his keys to the game brought to you by Blitz's Market. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that help you through the entire process. From contract signing to closing with the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 to give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227.
This season, Caesars Sportsbook is offering more ways to bet than ever before with more props, bigger same-game parlays, and play-by-play betting, all of which are available on the kiosks at Tropicana Atlantic City, making it the best place to bet and watch all football season long.
I want to tell you about Stanton Insurance Group. Sig Protection. Are the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with the Stanton Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, business, Stanton will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com to get a free quote today. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more heroes. We broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schwein, Bobby Schwein, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan back in the studio right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 13, and the Eagles host the 49ers later today at the Link in an NFC championship game rematch.
Quarterback draw. He's at the 5. He's in. Touchdown. The Eagles win.
Are you kidding me?
Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 3 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
GMS Law. Make the right call with 4 convenient locations to serve you and at gmslaw.com. Boardwalk Honda. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas online at boardwalkhonda.com. The Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pools. Unique fan gear and gifts for every fan of every team. Cape Regional Hospital. Healthcare partner for a healthier life in Cape May County. Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Choose better banking. And South Jersey Gas.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May County for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
It's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, the official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles. Here's a winner, fall football and Chickies and Pete's. Watering snow crab legs. For a limited time, buy one and get one free snow crab legs every Tuesday and Wednesday. Enjoy the sweet, delicate flavor of snowy white crab meat dressed in our special blend of seasonings and spices. Pair it with an ice cold draft beer or one of our signature cocktails. Buy one and get one free snow crab legs every Tuesday and Wednesday for a limited time. Restrictions apply. Chickies and Pete's. Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's, and we are prouder than ever to partner with the Philadelphia Eagles. Chicky and Pete's has been named the official sports bar of the Philadelphia Eagles, and we continue to serve as the official caterer of both Eagles training camp and the official caterer of the First Trust Bank Club at Lincoln Financial Field. Go where the players go. The official sports bar of the Philadelphia Eagles, Chickies and Pete's.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein. 3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook right here inside the Tropicana Atlantic City. We got all these big screen TVs. This is the place to be.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. And you're right here, Bebop.
I feel like you're in a stadium.
You feel like you're in the stadium.
Look
Big
at
game
this.
today.
Yeah.
Eagles, 49ers, 425. Now,
great day for football. And you know what? The rain. Let's talk about the weather real quick. I think the rain's going to stop. I think most of the precipitation will be past South Philly. So
It'll
be raw. It'll be not that raw, but a bit of it'll be damp.
Yeah, it'll be damp.
It'll be damp.
It won't be as
wind won't be a factor.
It won't be as it was last Sunday.
Right. I mean, that was the torrential downpour there.
I know. I was there. So.
Oh, you were, Josh?
So Josh, tell us about your experience. Is it your first time at the link?
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
his first time.
Oh, please.
Yeah. He's always working.
Oh, okay.
You know, Bob, it costs money to go to sporting events.
Well, you're a rich guy. And that's probably your Ferrari out in the park.
I thought that was yours.
All right, Josh, tell me about your experience.
No, my experience was, it was so interesting because first of all, where we were seated, you had a full perspective of the field.
Right.
So you weren't like blocked or
So
cut
you had
off.
good seats.
Yeah. Thanks to Jeff in Ocean City for the hookup. And what happened was that the first half, you could feel like the nervousness in the building.
Tension.
And there's literal booing at halftime.
We heard that. That came across the TV. I heard that.
And why not?
It was,
Bob,
there
why
was
not?
booing in the first quarter. What do you mean
99,
halftime?
99 yards of offense, 0 for 3, 0 for 5 on third down conversions, 2 turnovers.
That was pitiful.
It was like the most anemic.
We can't do that. We can't do that today. But
Well,
go ahead.
but
Continue.
Yeah. So the other part of the thing I took away was it was incredible how the energy changed when the Eagles started coming back. And there's no, I literally believe that 2 or 3 moments for the Bills, they choked because of the fans.
Really?
I think there were 2 or 3 moments because they had the one delay of game. Josh Allen had that one horrible pass where like the one guy went the complete different direction.
Right. That was a touchdown right
and
there.
then, no, the other touchdown, but there was one play earlier in the third quarter where the guy was going out, I think it was the tight end, he was going out in the flat, and he went one way, and Allen was like, I get rid of the ball, And so to me, it was obvious that, this is why home field matters.
Josh, let me ask you a question. And like I said, watched on TV, I did hear boos in the first quarter. How loud were the boos in the first and second quarter? Hold on, I'm asking Josh, not you. You weren't there. How loud were the boos in the first quarter and second quarter?
The first quarter was more like a murmur.
But I heard it. I picked it up.
I mean, at least where I was sitting, there wasn't a lot of people booing. It was more
and
like
you were on the visitor
annoyed.
side, right? Did you sit on the visitor side?
I was. I'll show you the picture.
Yeah, I think you were on the visitor
Well,
side.
my thing is, my next question, Josh, is I'm thinking, the Eagles fans obviously are used to a certain effort, and they didn't get it. They weren't seeing it, so they start to boo. I'm wondering, how does that affect the players, man? That's one thing.
Oh, no, you were on the Eagles side.
That's one thing I was let me think of. So that's one thing I was really concerned about is that, the fans are starting to boo in the first and second quarter. Is that going to negatively affect our team?
No, it didn't because they responded.
They use that. They harness that. They use as motivation.
I was concerned. I was just concerned. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Josh, there's nothing better in sports, and I'm convinced of this because I've been to a lot of sporting contests throughout the country.
Yes, you have.
There is nothing better than when the Eagles score and they sing the fight song.
I would have to agree, and I've been there plenty of times for that.
That is, you're not agreeing with me there.
I mean, look, it's great, it's awesome. But I mean, to me, there were other moments and elements of being at the game.
No, but the euphoria of when they score a touchdown and they take the lead and the passion, everybody sings in unison. It
does. That is unbelievable. That fight song
puts me chills up and down my back.
Well, let's get back to the game here because you guys mentioned, both of you did, about the idea that this team has started slow. They now have won 4 straight games when they were losing at halftime. It ties an all-time NFL record.
Right.
So how does this team avoid that?
They got to get the lead. They got to. I guarantee Grayson says the same thing today. They got to get an early lead.
But how?
Well, they got to stop. They got to stop Purdy. They got to get in his face. They got to pressure Purdy today.
They got to get the lead.
Hey, listen, it's about time the defensive line takes control early. Okay, have covered sacks or covered. The defensive backs are able to get a coverage, good stop because the defensive line put pressure on the quarterback.
But you keep bringing up defense.
Well,
that doesn't answer the question.
I
fully,
think
because the offense is the problem in the first half.
Okay, you ready for it? Here's the problem. It's not it's the offensive coordinator. Okay, when you're running Boston Scott and Gainwell for the first quarter and a half, and Swift's not even on the field. I mean, what is that? Who's our featured back? I mean, as soon as Swift came in and started running, it opened everything up, and then the passes started coming. So I don't understand what this. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking they were saving Swift. I think somebody, Sirianni, made a comment about, it's a long season and we want to. So I'm thinking they were just trying to save Swift. Not give him as many touches until they really needed him to come in and be the factor.
And DeAndre Swift had 14 carries last week for 80 yards, 5.7 average. What were they holding him back for?
It's a good question. Why were they holding him back?
Well, I think Sirianni made the statement that they were, they're trying to limit his touches for, the injury factor.
But you can limit his touches until play him early in the game.
Well, hey man, I get it, but when he came in, it was day and night.
Okay,
right?
but let me point this out too: is when you have your quarterback having as many carries as your starting running back.
That's not good.
That's a concern.
That's not good.
Yeah, but that's also the offense.
These design runs, I know, but
right. You know what's another play I hate is when he drops back and he throws it down the line of scrimmage.
The ball screen.
That never. I mean, how many times does that work?
Well, that's the offensive coordinator issue then.
I mean, enough is enough with that.
So, Bill, do you agree? Do you agree that the offensive coordinator's first 20 plays that are scripted is a problem?
Yeah, it's a problem.
I do.
And I think it's affecting Jalen Hurts' ability.
And here's another thing.
Hold on, Bob. I think it's his ability to be as effective as he can and should be, and that's hurt him in the MVP, in my estimation, in the MVP race.
All right, here's another thing. Jalen Hurts is, come the pedigree and all that stuff that we talk about in MVP. When he sees a play and he doesn't like it, why can't he change it? Why can't he check off and do something else, Bill? He has that ability.
Jason Kelsey was shaking his head a couple of weeks ago. Remember that?
But why can't he do that? Now, if you want to talk about a true MVP, that's what an MVP does.
He does, though. How do you know? I see him check.
Well, you said we're talking about scripted plays.
How do you? Well, no. So okay.
How do you come out of the scripted play, Bill?
Well, no. So okay, time out. Take a breath, Bob. Okay. Okay.
He's pumped up already.
Yeah, obviously he is. Check your heart rate, Bob. So here's the deal. So every play is an A, B side. It's a flip coin situation. So the first 20 plays are actually the first 40 plays. Every play called is A, B. Option 1, option 2.
Right.
The quarterback has the option of changing the play at the line of scrimmage. So as far as we know, is Hurts optioning into the wrong play, or are the two plays being given to him the wrong plays? We don't know exactly.
Well, the imagination. There's a lack of creativeness on the offensive coordinator. But we'll ask Scott Grayson about this.
It seems like it's on-the-job training for this guy, right?
That's what it is.
It's on-the-job training for this guy. I mean, I don't know what his credentials are. Did he play in the league? Where he was quarterbacks coach last year, right? Is that what it was?
All right. So since Bobby is completely uneducated about this,
let me
give him
a casual fan.
Let me give you the Reader's Digest version.
You.
So Brian Johnson was the quarterback at Utah when they upset Alabama back in 2009 in the Sugar Bowl. He went on from being quarterback to being a quarterback coach, offensive coordinator. He started at Mississippi State where he worked with Dak Prescott. Then he was the OC at the University of Houston. Then he became the OC at the University of Florida. Then he was brought up to the NFL by Nick Sirianni.
That's why I got Josh on the program. He's an encyclopedia.
Okay. You think that it's an impressive resume, isn't it?
But
there's a problem with the resume. What was the problem with the resume? And Bill, you've mentioned this before because I've heard you talk about this on Saturday and Sunday on the Locker Room here on 97.3 ESPN before we hit the break. Bill, you've mentioned before this year, he only called plays in college.
Yeah. And, but now the game's a lot faster. The players are a lot smarter, and you just can't get away with some of the things you get away in college that you do in the pros. We'll ask Scott Grayson on the other side. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection, professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City, and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. The 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227.
Experience the best of the NFL season at Caesars Sportsbook inside Tropicana Atlantic City. Bring your friends, grab a beer, and cheer on your favorite teams. Now's the time to make a game plan and reserve your seats. Your ultimate game day experience awaits. Learn more at Caesars.com/AC.
I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. You got to get the La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. They opened this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian-American and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll enjoy their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. One free signature pizza per table. Drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peronis, and $4 house wines. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. Of course, we love those meatballs down there, Josh. They're to die for.
They're incredible.
They got big screen TVs. You can watch the game there. It's a great place to do that. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Fox 29 News sports anchor Scott Grayson. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Josh Hennig, Bobby Schweim as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on the Monday show, we're recapping all the Eagles and Niners, the biggest game of the year. What does it all mean? We'll break it all down. Mike McGarry, football at 4. Casey Joyner, one thought every game. We'll look back at the Sixers and the Celtics. Plus, the Major League Baseball winter meetings are underway. That's all Monday.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's a train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan, again. Call Lenigan, again.
Rendezvous Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste. It's a place. Rendezvous Pizza, it's right nearby. Rendezvous Pizza, Rendezvous Pizza. It's a pizza like you never eat it. Take it home, no matter where you go. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you find. Rendezvous Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Green ball! The rumors are true. I'm back again for the New Jersey Lottery. Because players of Jersey Cash 5, they love me.
Green ball, you said you're back and better than ever. Can you explain?
When you see me in the name, that means a free second drawing and the chance to win, get this, up to $100,000.
The Green Ball is back on Jersey Cash 5 for an even bigger top prize of $100,000. Only through December 3rd.
We love you, Green Ball!
Must be 18 or older to buy lottery. Please play responsibly. If you're someone who knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Restrictions apply. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/5.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schweim, Bobby Schweim, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan producing back at the studio as we get you ready for Week 13 in the NFL. Eagles, 49ers. And we're going to be joined momentarily with Scott Grayson. But before we do that, I want to remind people that you can listen to the game live on 97.3 ESPN. Mike and Merrill with the call. Now it's time to get the keys to the game with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News, sponsored by Blitz Market, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Go down there and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in our good buddy from Fox 29 News, Scott Grayson. Good morning, Scott.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Another rainy Sunday in Philadelphia, Scott Grayson. But yesterday, I want to get you in on this. I want to get your take. Yesterday, I was kind of critical about Jalen Hurts' play so far this year, and I don't think he's the lead to win the MVP. What say you?
I disagree. Respectfully.
All right, good.
I just think, to me, you have to grade. I do this with Grayson's grades, right? You have to grade on a curve, and I think what this guy has done in clutch situations is remarkable. The way that he's been able to lead this team back from double-digit deficits as many times as they have. Now, you could sit there and say on the other side of it, what are they doing in a double-digit deficit in the first place? Partly because of turnovers. You're not wrong. But I think what this guy has done with games on the line, and you have to extend that a little bit further, right? What is it doing for the rest of the team? What does it do for them when they're behind and they get that drive with 2 minutes left in the game and they're down by 3, down by 6, down by 7, and they know that he's in our huddle? I think it calms everybody a little bit. And in those moments, you need calm, you need focus, you need composure. And he generates that in these guys. I think you have to grade on a curve a little bit and you look at it. I mean, his numbers are good. There's a lot of guys who have numbers similar in some way, shape, or form. But for me, I think he is the front runner right now. His team's 10-1. What he does in clutch time is not something you can sneeze at. It's coming at like a historic level almost at the pace he's going right now. So, hey, hopefully he can do it again today.
Scott, when you say grade on a curve, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but just to clarify for the people listening, are you referring to also the fact that there are other players who have the aforementioned turnovers, the fumbles, the interceptions? You know, Mahomes is having a bad year. Josh Allen has a lot of turnovers. Like, is that what you mean by grading on the curve and say, hey, look at the other guys as well?
Yeah, I'm saying it more for Jalen, right? Because early, like, how many first halves have we seen? You know, an interception here, a fumble there. You know, he takes 5 sacks in the first half of one game, but then comes back in the second half. And to the credit of his offensive line, they get none. But that's partly because, you know, he's avoiding some of that rush as well. What he's done with his legs on a bum knee, what he's done with his arm while having the bum knee and losing a part of his game that was so electric for him last year, the burst with his legs. So in those regards, that's where I'm kind of looking more on him, Josh, and not so much the rest of the quarterbacks around the league. Is he helped by the fact that some of these guys are not having great years? Oh, absolutely. He certainly is. And look, if they lose today, I understand the way that society is. It's what have you done for me lately? Brock Purdy's going to gain a lot of points in that column. So, but you know what? This guy doesn't care. He doesn't care if he gets the MVP. I think his teammates care more about it than he does.
So with that being said, because one of the things we were talking about, Bobby and Billy were talking about before the last segment, was that Brian Johnson, obviously there's been a lot of frustrations with him this year. You know, it's kind of a twofold question for you, Scott. One, are there concerns for you with the initial first 20 scripted plays, the fact that this team seems to start out slow every game? And number two, what is your perspective on the OC through the first several games of the season here?
I think there's a lot of growth that still needs to happen there. To answer your second part first, I feel like he has. That's why I'm a little bothered by the fact that he's being mentioned so much for head coaching jobs after less than one season as an offensive coordinator. You have to, I think, you know, and we've gotten to the point as a society where, again, it's what have you done for me lately? There used to be a time when guys got drafted first round, first pick overall, didn't matter. They sat at quarterback for a year or two. They had to learn. Look, they've proven that they can come in and do that quickly now. And maybe I need to change my old-fashioned ways a little bit too. But I think Brian Johnson, to me, still looks like he has room to grow here. He has areas to learn at this. And frankly, I would want to grasp that before trying to suddenly take over a team for you only get so many head coaching opportunities. Look at Frank Reich. You know, how many more opportunities is he going to get before he has to maybe spend a couple years as an offensive coordinator to get another chance? You need to be ready. And I don't know that Brian Johnson is totally ready for that responsibility yet. Now, that being said, you know, you mentioned his first 15, 20 plays. I felt like the first couple games, his opening script was better than it has been lately. And I'm willing to, and you parse words, you think you hear things from, and you have to try to take the clues they give you. I feel like Nick Sirianni is part of that opening script plan. And I think he is part of doing that with Brian Johnson. So rather than say that that's just Brian Johnson that deserves the criticism there, I think to a certain extent, Nick may deserve some of that. And throughout the game, and I've said this, Josh, I know you've heard it when we've done the Grayson's grades with Mike, I don't really know when Jalen's changing the play. You know, you don't know when Jalen has changed the play from what Brian Johnson has called. So in fairness to Brian Johnson, I don't know how critical we can be of what he's done. Because they've given Jalen so much freedom, which a franchise quarterback should be given. So there's a little bit of this parsing through the noise and figuring out who's responsible for criticism and praise when it's gotten and deserved on both ends.
Every Sunday, we talk with Scott Grayson from Fox 29 News. We get the keys to the game brought to you by Blitz's Markets. Scott, we're talking today about the 49ers coming in with arguably the same, just as much talent on their skill positions than anybody in the league, including the Eagles. Brock Purdy's having a phenomenal year. His passer rating is 112. His completion percentage is 70%. They're going to have to play mistake-free football today if they even hope to be in the game, because you can't be down 10 points again to a team like the 49ers.
Well, logic would say you can't, but at this point, I'm not going to throw out a never with these guys anymore.
Four straight.
You know, I'll say this, Billy. To me, I think these are the two best rosters in the NFL. And now we all know on any given Sunday they have to go out there and they have to perform and they have to act like the rosters that they are. These players have to pull their weight. I don't believe we're going to see Dallas Goedert today. I think he's chomping at the bit to get back out there, and I think he wants to play today. I think the doctors and the Eagles are going to end up putting him on the inactive list today since he was listed as doubtful. But he'll be back next week for sure. At this point, I'm confident in saying that. So you won't have your full roster in that regard, but the Eagles have battled through that. They've played through that. And I think ultimately today, one of the things you're going to want to watch is, I think we can all pretty much agree these guys are likely going to see each other again, and likely in 2 months in the NFC Championship game. And part of what they're deciding today is where that game may be played. To me, I wonder how much these two coaches are going to show. How much are they going to keep in reserve in playing chess, right? They all want to act like they're the smartest guys out there. Well, what are they going to do to keep some? But there's no guarantee you're going to play again. This would be my advice to both coaches. There's no guarantee you're going to play again in 2 months. And if this game, for the Eagles especially, can really go a long way to lock up that home seed, that first round bye, and to guarantee almost that this game would be played here, you have to go for it. I think you have to go for the jugular today and worry about where the chips fall later. You're already going to be a different team then by the simple fact that you'd have Dallas Goedert back by then. So to me, I don't want to see anybody hold the chips back. I think you got to go for it today. Both coaches, I would say that too. And especially to the Eagles, you got to go for this today. This could be your Super Bowl run, partly today and certainly by extension as well next week. But yeah, look, it's going to be a great game and I'm excited to see it.
Hey, Scott, this is Bill's brother, Bob.
You're not saying double.
You guys sound exactly the same.
And you kind of touched on it a little bit about going for it. I'm wondering, because we had spoke about this earlier in the show, are we going to see Boston Scott and Gainwell like we saw in the first and second quarter? And then it seems like they didn't bring out Swift until the second half. I mean, like if we're going for it, putting the pedal to the metal, what is that? I mean, why are we saying that
they're going to try to get too creative?
I mean, I don't know what that is. Maybe you could explain that to me.
To me, well, I mean, what I see and what I claim and to want every week. Again, Josh hears this when I talk to Mike with Grayson's Grades. I'm a big DeAndre Swift fan, more of a Swift fan than I was when they first got him, and I love the move.
A beast.
His running style fits this team and fits this line. He is patient before the hole. He's patient once he gets in the hole, and his vision is really good. And I'm hoping that some of that is rubbing off on a Boston Scott and a Kenny Gainwell. They are not patient, right? And that's part of their style, and that's okay. They get the ball and boom, they're hitting that hole. If the hole's not open, they're going to run into somebody, and they don't care. They're hoping to bowl through. Swift will get the ball and kind of wait. I need to wait another split second, and then now the hole's open, and I go. Look, I don't know what the field's going to be like yet. They usually take pretty good care of it and try to keep it dry. The rain is supposed to settle down by the beginning of this game, pretty close to stopping, if not. So you don't know what the footing's going to be like. But listen, their defensive line against the Eagles' offensive line is a great matchup to watch. This offensive line should be able to win some of that. And offensive linemen love to run block. So I have been perplexed at times why they don't go to letting the run set the table and then going to the air more. They like to try to go to the air, or the first quarter they'll do some running and then they'll get away from it. Again, I don't know if that's Brian Johnson or if that's Jalen Hurts changing the plays a lot. But yeah, today, to me, I want to wear down this San Francisco defense. I want to start controlling the clock a little bit. I want to keep their weapons off the field. So what does it look like? To answer your question, Bob, I think that's a little bit of what it looks like today. Don't turn it over. Hold the clock. Move the ball. Get some first downs. Occasionally go over the top. I think you can pick apart their defense in the back end, but you got to be able to have the time to throw, which is why it's so critical that Lane Johnson will be back today. That'll be a big help because I feel like Jalen trusts Johnson a lot more than he does Jack Driscoll over there.
All right, Scotty Grayson, your 3 keys to the game, and give us a prediction.
Yeah, I realized I just kind of started going into it a little bit, but listen, I want to control the clock today. I think you win time of possession, you win this game, as long as you also don't lose the turnover battle. Now, I've said that every week, and they'll go and lose the turnover battle, and again, somehow still win the game. But today, against this team in a game like this, I think this is the case. And third, I think really it's a matter of just pressuring Purdy, especially early. You've got to remind him of what he went through here on that field back in January.
Exactly.
You got to hit him. You got to make him remember what it felt like to get knocked out of that game. And I'm not condoning injury, and I really hope we see a clean game today. I don't want to see any dirty stuff from either team, and I'm more worried about it from the Niners just with the revenge factor a little bit, or the way they were running their mouths over the last few weeks and months. So today, hit Purdy, control the clock, don't lose the turnover battle, and I think you win this game.
All right, what's your prediction? Give us a score, Scott Grayson.
I always it's nice I get to be around these guys on Wednesdays and just feel their energy. They were relaxed. These guys have been relaxed all year, and I love it. I love the way that they kind of get up for a game and get ready for a game, and they ease into it, And so today, I don't know why they're underdogs. It only gave these guys more of a reason to go out there and get upset and show that they have something to prove, if not to the nation, to themselves. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm looking forward to an entertaining game. I'm picking the Eagles to win today, 31-30. I think we will see some points.
Wow. 31-30.
Wow,
that's close.
Wow.
All right, Scott Grayson, we always appreciate having you, get your insight. Of course, you check you out every Tuesday with Mike Gill, Grayson's Grades.
Yes, sir.
On Tuesday in the Sports Bash, and of course, 97.3 ESPN.com. And we can watch you on Fox 29 after the game tonight. We really appreciate you, Scott.
All right, no problem, guys. Enjoy.
There he is. There's Scott Grayson on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. We get the keys to the game with Fox 29 News Sports Anchor Scott Grayson, sponsored by Blitz's Market, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off for 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets, 21st and Asbury Avenue, Ocean City. Go down there and say hello to Dave and Joe Newman.
Your ultimate game day experience awaits you at Caesars Sportsbook inside Tropicana Atlantic City. Watch and bet on your favorite NFL teams all season long. With 180 seats, VIP booths, and massive screens, the Caesars Sportsbook at Tropicana is the place to be. So book your experience right now at Caesars.com/AC. And Bill, the Eagles play at 4:25 kickoff today. So people have time to get on down here this afternoon, get your errands done, go to church, do whatever you got to do today.
Perfect.
And then you come on down here, get in here around 4 o'clock, and you can enjoy the Eagles game with one of the best experiences in Atlantic City.
No doubt about it. There's a Joe Namath jersey walking by right there. Joe Willie. All right, the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Bill Schwein, Bobby Schwein, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan as we broadcast live for the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Ryan Rand here from Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Ryan Harris and I will be at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field this week to bring you the Packers and the Chiefs. Jordan Love and Green Bay are back in the playoff hunt thanks to back-to-back wins. Now they face a Kansas City squad at 8-3, coming off a road win last week in Las Vegas. Join us for the Chiefs at the Packers on Sunday Night Football.
Listen to Sunday Night Football on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Eagles football.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work that provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company. Affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal. Get a $50 gift card. Good for Yori's Waterfront Restaurant in Wildwood, New Jersey, for just $25. This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, this deal will sell quickly. For more information on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com. That's seizethedeal.com.
Seize the deal.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 13 in the NFL. And the big game today is the Philadelphia Eagles welcoming the 49ers to the Lincoln Financial Field. 425, Mike and Merle, the call at 97.3 ESPN.com. Bob, how about the trash talking going on this week between Deebo Samuel and Bradbury?
Well, Bradbury really kept it. He was above the board. Like, he didn't really throw it out there. I mean, he was just responding. I think he did. He held his tongue. I think it was perfect. You know, you don't want to give him any bulletin board material.
Well, he sure did. And Josh,
Bradbury did.
Yeah, no, but I mean,
Deebo did.
Deebo did. But there's a lot of belly aching going on from last year's loss. The 49ers. I mean, they haven't stopped chirping since
it's unusual for the NFL. Really. I mean, you don't really get a lot of that.
Well, listen, Jordan Mailata is tired of it. Take a listen.
It irks me, but we have to learn to kind of put that aside. Probably my biggest takeaway from the KC game was just I had to learn how to let last year go and focus on the game plan and execute.
I mean, true statement.
He said he's irked.
I also heard Brock Purdy saying, when he looks at the schedule, he didn't circle this game.
He's lying.
Guess what, Bob? He circled.
Right.
No,
the Eagles circled it.
Well, but that's part of it. But that's not the trash talking. You circle the game. Of course you do.
But I'm just saying he was trying to minimize it. This is their season. They need the 49ers need this win. They want it because of the revenge factor.
They also want home field advantage.
Well, that's what the Eagles they need to come and they need to come and perform today because we need it.
All right. On the other side, we're going to hear from more times. So on the way up to the game, we're going to get his
your agent at the beach.
My agent at the beach, and then of course at the bottom. And at the bottom of the hour, we'll talk fantasy football guru Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant in Summers Point. All that and more. It's the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Bobby Schweim, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan. Live from Caesars Sportsbook on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's Week 13, and the Eagles host the 49ers later today at the Link in an NFC Championship game rematch.
First on a quarterback draw. He's at the 5. He's in. Touchdown. The Eagles win. Hurts does it again.
Are you kidding me? Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 3 p.m. Merrill and Mike call all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
Jenkins Plumbing and Heating at jenkinsons.com. Piccalilli Inn. Nobody beats the Piccalilli, Route 206 in Chemong. Frank Vincent Windows, Roofing, Siding, and Doors make your home look new again. BMW of Atlantic City. Shop our complete inventory online at bmwatlanticcity.com. Ocean Casino. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. And First Bank of Sea Isle.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Attention, New Jersey families. If you're an expecting mother or have a precious new little one, Nurture New Jersey is here to support you every step of the way. With locations in each of the 21 counties, Connecting NJ links you with top-notch perinatal care, parenting support, and a network of services in your local community. Get access to resources like WIC, lactation support, doulas, food assistance, and more. To find a Connecting NJ organization near you, visit nj.gov/connectingnj.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the award-winning and revolutionary online learning program that's changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Designed by teachers and early childhood learning experts, ABC Mouse seamlessly aligns with what your child is already learning in school. And with over 7,000 learning activities and more than 650 lessons, it's the most comprehensive early learning site on earth.
I have been teaching for 13 years, and I've never seen a program like ABC Mouse. It encompasses science, math, reading, social studies.
It's just endless what they can learn on ABC Mouse. I've always had to use 20 websites, and now I can just use one.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio, abcmouse.com/radio. Sponsored by Age of Learning.
Hi, it's Pete from Chicky and Pete's. Come enjoy some delicious additions to our fall menu. Feast on our sweet fire barbecue wings, served with our tasty chive ranch dressing. our Thai chicken sandwich with pickled red onions and sweet lime dressing, served with a minced slaw. Or Chickies and Pete's hot honey pepperoni pizza with extra pepperoni and delicious hot honey. For game day or any day, come see us all fall at the official sports bar of the Philadelphia Eagles, Chickies and Pete's. Hi, it's Pete from Chickie and Pete's. Come taste our unique flavors for fall with some delicious additions to our cocktail menu. Try a pumpkin white Russian with Stoli vanilla, or a tasty tequila apple pie with butterscotch schnapps. Or how about a fireball apple cider sangria topped with ginger beer? For game day or any day, come see us all fall long at the official sports bar of your Philadelphia Eagles, Chickies and Pete's.
A town square media station serving all of South Jersey. This is 97.3 ESPN, home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
He stumbles. He
WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City.
To the locker room. Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy.
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Coachy in the locker room.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for week 13 in the NFL. It's the locker room with Billy Schwein, Josh Hennig, Bobby Schwein, Danny Ryan back in the studio as we get you ready for Philadelphia Eagles versus the San Francisco 49ers. And Bobby, you know, that little nostalgia. Remember back when we first started watching the football, the John Brody, right? John Brody and Gene Washington.
John Brody, 49ers quarterback?
Yeah.
Black and white TV, Josh. You don't remember that.
You should be more impressed I actually knew who that was.
I am, actually. So, but no, I mean, you know, you always.
What was his number, Bill? You remember this?
12, right?
12?
12, yeah. And the
Darryl LaMonica, he was
he played. He was
Raiders. No, it's out that way. No,
the Bay Area, right, Bobby? Yeah. No, but there's, you know, when the 49ers come to town, it's special, and it's also always special talking to our next buddy, Mark Grimes. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room my agent at the beach, Mark Grimes. Good morning, Grimesy. Are you you're on your way to the game, huh, Grimesy? All right, Grimesy, you know, it's raining right now, but it's supposed to cool off. It's supposed to subside for game time, so you won't be watching a game in a driving rain. But I guess the weather will be a little bit of a factor. It's 46, 47.
I don't think wind's a factor.
I think it's down to 45, actually.
That's not it. That's good. That's football weather. That's Eagle weather.
Oh. What did you say? 24-21? Hey, Grimesy, are you concerned? I don't know if you listened to the show yesterday. We were talking
really quick. It's 46 and a half.
46 and a half. We're talking about Jalen Hurts is where he stands with the MVP. What do you think? Is he worthy of the MVP this year so far? Well, you know, guess what, Bobby? Guess what, guys? If the Eagles win today, after the Cowboys, they have the Giants, Cardinals, Giants.
Well, they
again.
got Seattle, then the
And-
Giants.
So Seattle, right? And then the last 3 games is the Giants,
Cardinals,
the
and the
Giants.
Giants.
You think they would do that?
Yeah.
You think they would sit him?
They're gonna have their. Yeah. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think you
Oh,
gotta
now Billy doesn't want to get ahead of
no,
himself.
because you haven't win it 24-21. Grayson said 31-30 in a very close game.
Wow.
I'm skeptical, guys. I hate to be I hate to be this way, but I'm skeptical.
What are you skeptical about, man? I'm feeling good about this one, to be honest
I'll
with
tell you why I'm skeptical, guys, is because this team has not put together an entire game. They've made mistakes. They've been down 10 points the last 2 games. You got to play error-free football against this team, this 49ers team today. They got to put it together, and if they don't, it could be a lopsided game.
He sure did, and I know it's crazy. Listen. I think he's doing it. Mark Grimes, I think he's doing it all. He's trying to play devil's advocate. His theory is if he goes against them, that they're going to win and he's going to be happy. So that type of thing.
Hey, listen, hey, Grimesy, you guys are wrong because I'm skeptical for a good reason. This team ranks 29 against the pass. Can't stop anybody. They're
Yeah, they can't stop anybody, but they're 10-1. What are you talking about?
I said passing. Their defense total. Their ranking is 19th.
I get it.
It's total defense. So I'm just like, look, if they put together if they play an error-free game, they come out and put a whole 4 quarters together. Yeah, I don't think anybody can beat us because we have that type of a roster.
By the way,
but
just to offset
but you're
that,
going against the 49ers team that's just as good.
Eagles are also 3rd in the NFL in rushing yards allowed. They're 2nd in the NFL in quarterback pressures. We can find stats all day long to suit our argument.
Stats
here.
aren't always the thing, right? Like we talked about the numbers. You can't go by the stats. And I got to tell you, the Eagles, Bill, no team plays error-free ball. Okay, there's going to be that's why they play the game.
All right.
They're going to limit the errors. Limit the errors.
Ramsey, let me ask you this, Ramsey. Have you been sad? Have you walked away from any one of our games, any one of the 11 games that we played, completely satisfied, other than the fact that we got to win?
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. But I would say, Mark, that last week, the 4th quarter was the best quarter of football they played all year.
No doubt.
So I think it's coming together.
Yep.
Good point.
All right, Mark Grimes. Well, listen, man, you enjoyed the game. Bring us a victory, and that won't be skeptical next week. Got it.
Yeah. Horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Horrible.
Definitely bad. Well, Grimesy, all right, let's go, Grimesy.
Bring us some luck there. Bring us some luck, Mark.
I'm doing my best, man.
He forgot his referee jersey. All right, Mark. There he is, Mark Grimes with the Tom Ferrer Volkswagen Sports Hotline. All right, Grimes, you enjoy the game. Bob, look, I'm skeptical because of what I've seen. Like you say, the eye test. You have 2 eyes. You can see. I'm skeptical of what I see.
Bill, it's what have you done lately, right? The last quarter of ball that they played was outstanding. They're going to keep the ball rolling. They got it. They know what they have to do. You watch, man. I'm telling you.
Danny Ryan, get back in the studio. Danny, am I so wrong that I'm nervous about today's game?
No, you're not wrong. I mean, there's a lot to be nervous about. The Niners have had 10 days to prepare for this game against the Eagles. Meanwhile, the Eagles are about to play their 3rd game in 13 days. Yeah. The weather on top of it. all the trash talk. I personally, though, I agree with, I forget who was saying it, but I just think all this trash talk might have been Bobby. All this trash talk is going to get this Eagles team up today. They might say it doesn't affect them. The only person saying it affects them is Mailata. I don't believe that for a damn second. They're going to go in there and say, we would have kicked your ass with or without Brock Purdy. You know, I mean, like, come on. What are we talking about here? It's Jalen Hurts versus Brock Purdy. And it'd be one thing if the talent separation was much different than it is. But the Eagles and Niners are very, very talented. They're both very talented rosters. I think the Eagles, they're gonna get up today and play their best ball.
But Danny, you know what the problem is? Billy gets so stuck on things.
I get it.
He's so like, but this, and it's like no matter what we say, he's going to sit there and be still stuck on that
it's
thing.
in one ear, out the other. Billy, like Mark said, Billy is skeptical. I mean, he's what's the word even for it? A skepticist? I don't even think that's the right. Skeptic.
But here's the thing, though. I get why he is a skeptic this year, because obviously the first, it's just like Grimes, he said, the first halves of these games have been lackluster. I would say it would be a good word. But like I said, I'm so impressed by what they did in the last quarter and then the overtime that I think that momentum carries them. Now, Danny, you make a great point about the three games in 13 days and I think when I hear that kind of gives me pause.
Right, yeah.
Gives me pause, and that the fact that the Niners have had a lot of time to prepare and a lot of rest and whatnot. So
because it's a tangible.
It is
thing.
tangible.
It's something
that's not even
it's something you can wrap your head around.
But Josh, that's not my concern. My concern is what I've seen. The team just hasn't.
But see, that's the problem. You're so worried about the aesthetic.
Bill,
okay, guess what? You want the Eagles to be a Lamborghini or one of those Maseratis, wherever Bob's Ferrari down there, whatever. So you want the Eagles to be a sports car.
Spoiled, right, Bob?
But guess what?
You are. You're taking
Eagles,
it too far.
The Eagles are a stick shift 4x4 that can go off road and they can do anything.
It's like Dave Clemick said, they're a utility knife.
Bill, doesn't this give you some happiness when you know that Jalen has come back from all?
Billy doesn't want to be happy.
I mean, think about it though, bud. Think about it. He's put a resume together with these fourth quarter comebacks and whatnot. You know what? Even if they do get down a little bit today, I'm not worried about it.
And wait, that's a great feeling to have, because when they are down, I know that they're not out of it.
Right. How do you feel about that?
I love that, but at the end, when I leave, after the game is over, I'm done with the game. I'm not like. I don't feel like,
Bill, this is a different team. You know
listen,
what I mean?
Billy.
They get out there. Listen, they get out there feeling their way.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're
like a boxer.
It's like Muhammad Ali
Yeah.
when he you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you think Mickey Ward and Gotti felt good after their fight? No, but they still had an amazing fight and they would win.
I think they do rope it though. That's what I think they do.
All right, they're giving us a rope.
They give it a
Billy,
rope it.
Billy, real quick. I know we got to hit the break, but I'll say this. You're right in the sense that the Eagles can't come out with like 17 bubble screens in the first half, have no idea what they're doing on offense. They need to jump out in front of this team early, because you know what the 49ers do? They jump out in front of teams early and they hold on for dear life till the end of the game. It's not going to be that easy against the Birds, but the Birds need to not let that happen today.
And that's right. They even improved themselves on defense with acquiring Chase Young. I mean, now you got Bosa on one side, got Chase Young on the other side.
And then Javon Hargrave up the middle.
Yeah.
Well, remember, Eric Armstead, he's questionable for the game really quick. Okay, he's their number one defensive tackle. If he's not healthy, it definitely makes the 49ers D-line a little thinner and allows the Eagles to not have to be stretched so thin.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey, to stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey.
Experience the best of the NFL season right here inside the Tropicana. It's Caesars Sportsbook in Atlantic City with multiple sports bars under one roof. Tropicana is the ultimate game day destination. Bring your friends, grab some beers, and cheer on your favorite teams. Now is the time to make a game plan and reserve your seats. Don't wait. Learn more today at Caesars.com/AC.
Let me tell you about the Stan Insurance Group. SIG Protection are the what-ifs keeping you up at night. Life is full of surprises, but with Stanton Insurance Group, You'll never be caught off guard. When protecting your home, automobile, or business, Stan will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com for a free quote today. That's sigprotection.com. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schwein, Bobby Schwein, Josh Hennig, and Danny Ryan back in the studio right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Wake up weekday mornings from 6 to 10 on 97.3 ESPN with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Super Bowl champion Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
I never, ever like comparing anybody to Tom Brady, but Jalen Hurts in those moments has a Tom Brady feel to him.
Let's not do that.
Well, here's what I'm going to say.
Let's not do that.
Here's what I'm going to say. When they're down, or when they need a score, I just assume they'll get it.
Brought to you by the Gallery Bar Book and Games at Ocean Casino Resort in Atlantic City.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Doug. With Liberty Mutual, you can customize and save hundreds on your car insurance. But what to buy with those savings? Yep, I bought a sound effects machine.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com. Savings may vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hi, Merrill Reese from Mike's Seafood Polar Bear Run Walk for Autism in Sea Isle City. The Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism has been promoting awareness and raising funds for special service schools and families of special needs children. Come join over 5,000 participants in the 5K race and the Family Fun Walk, followed by a huge after party. Join us in huge heated tents where they'll have great food, unbelievable door prizes, and the awards ceremony. The party is not just for runners and walkers, it's for the entire family. They'll have clowns, superheroes, and face painters for the kids. For more information or to register, go to polarbearrunwalkforautism.com. That's polarbearrunwalkforautism.com.
Mike's Seafood Run Walk for Autism is Saturday, February 17th at JFK in the Boardwalk in Sea Isle City. Registration is from 9:30 to 11:30. The walk starts at noon.
Any day you can do something for children with disabilities, it's a good day.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 13 of the NFL. Eagles, 49ers, 425. Catch all the action right here on 97.3 ESPN. Mike and Merle with the call. Bebop.
Touchdown! That guy's great.
It's goal!
I want to make a point real quick. I'm going to bring this up, and I think this shows the guts that the Eagles have. And, you talked about the film room and going back and forth and what other players see. How about that effort that Jordan Davis put in last week running after Josh Allen? Mean, did you see when he was Bill? He was all out.
He was gassed.
And when I looked at him saying, man, these guys, Billy, if you're in the film room and you see that dude and you see him doing what he did, if you didn't see it live, and if a player didn't see it live and they didn't see it on the film, and he couldn't even get his breath. He stood up and he had to stand there and collect himself. When a player puts that kind of effort in it, come on, man. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Josh, Bobby's getting pumped up for
Go
the
Birds.
today, man.
I can
What do you think about that play, Josh? What he did? It was insane. Big man running like that.
I thought it was absolutely hilarious when he was on the ground gassed afterwards.
I thought he just knocked the wind out of him. But
Bill, did you see how hard he was running after him?
He ran so hard. He knocked. He ran out of smoke. He had nothing left. He just laid on the ground. He was like,
but that's putting it all out there. And I see the rest of the Eagles team see that in a if they didn't see it, they're on the bench and they couldn't see it, and they see it in the film room.
By the way, speaking of the rest of, Bill, we got to mention the other two teams in Philadelphia.
Oh, you are. And I'm taking Eliza Grace, my daughter, the doopy doo. I'm taking her to the Sixers game Monday night against the Raptors.
What's that, next Monday, I believe?
No, it's this Monday, isn't it?
Well, they don't play tomorrow.
Oh, they don't play tomorrow?
It's a week. You gotta wait a whole week, though.
Oh, geez.
And that's the night of the Seattle game.
Oh.
Hold on. Seattle plays in 2 weeks.
Hold
on. Let me.
No, they don't play until Wednesday. So Billy would have showed up to Wells Fargo to an empty stadium with his daughter and had driven back.
No. I told her she's all looking forward to it tomorrow night.
You've got some damage control to do, my friend. Some damage control.
The next game is the Wizards, then the Hawks.
When do they play
then the Wizards, and the Pistons, and the Hornets.
Yeah, so they don't even play the Raptors next Monday.
Dominic,
it's the 22nd of December.
Obviously, you got confused, Bill.
Dominic told me the game was Monday. All right, listen, I don't want to get
Monday, December 22nd.
What an idiot. What are you, an idiot?
Dominic told me, a good course, Dominic Mariani gave me tickets. He said it's Monday against the Raptors. I didn't even look at the schedule.
We know who Billy's calling during the break.
I'm going to call Dominic. What are you giving me there? All right, the Sixers without Joel Embiid and Maxey again.
I watched the game.
Yeah,
they played a great game.
They played their guts out.
And of course Tatum, got ejected in the.
That was hilarious.
That was funny. Do you know what he said to the ref? You couldn't read his lips or anything. I just wonder what he said.
I don't want to assume anything.
All right, but anyway, so the guys that were on that team played extremely well, and we have some players. I think. With the Sixers, we need one piece that doesn't take away from Maxey. Obviously, we saw that Harden on the team last year stifled Maxey's growth. Okay, right. So now we got rid of him, and Maxey's he's playing to his potential along with Embiid. But I think we need, because you can't rely on Tobias Harris. He's a steady player. He's not, but we need one more piece. And I don't know, you can't get a guy that's such a superstar that takes oxygen out of the room. You know what I mean? But
but he has been playing well.
There's got to be a player out there, and I don't know who it is. Okay, but there's got to be a player. There's one player. We're missing one piece, and I don't know exactly what it is. Josh, maybe you can.
Well, first of all, two things. One, I want to remind everyone, because it's not just you, Bob, who I'm talking to, the audience out there. The Sixers will make another trade before the deadline.
All right.
Remember that all the players they acquired, the NBA rules say you cannot trade them again for 60 days.
Right.
What happened 60 days from the last trade? It's almost February. When's the trade deadline? It's February. So they're going to make a deal. So don't worry that the team that you see right now is going to the postseason.
Right.
The other thing I will say is, to your point, what you just said, Bob, is important. That's why I don't want Zach LaVine, because I don't want a player who's going to take the ball out of Maxey's hand.
You think he would do that, though? Huh? I was thinking that he's
a ball dominant guy.
But we got to have somebody with some stature, some.
I want a compliment to Embiid and Maxey. I don't want somebody who's going to be like, bleep you, give me the ball, because I'm a system.
I don't think he would do that, though.
If you watch the Bulls, he's a ball dominant guy.
All right.
He's not a catch and shoot guy.
on a team, right?
And real quick,
DeRozan will be standing there wide open, and LaVine's dribble.
Let's get DeRozan.
I'll take DeRozan.
How about that? There we go. I would take him. Right?
Billy, thoughts?
Well, I'm still pissed that I'm not going to the game.
There's no game tomorrow, though. So you didn't miss anything.
Dominic told me there was a game.
Oh, would you get off it?
I'm bummed out. AG's going to be mad at me. I
Just
got her all geared up.
Listen, just tell
She
her.
already picked her Embiid jersey out.
Well, tell her to hold the Embiid jersey until the 22nd.
The human mop.
Actually, you know what?
She named
He hasn't. He hasn't been flopping around as much as he's done. As he's done.
And of course, the other team in town is our Philadelphia Flyers. I can't believe it. By their 12-10-1, 2 games over 500, 23 games into the season. Who would have thought?
I cannot speak intelligently about the Flyers this right.
Okay,
up to this point.
so then, Bobby, shut up. I'll talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me make the point that I generally don't tune into hockey till after the holiday season
Well,
for
guess
some
what?
reason.
You
When
should tune in. This Flyers team is fun to watch. I
gonna
love their effort. They don't quit.
They're
And
a weird built team though. Like I was talking
They're
with
young. I love it.
I was talking with Kevin Durso, our Flyers insider for 973 ESPN.com the other day, and the team is just such a strange roster construction. It's like it was so made in the image of John Tortorella that it's like, I don't want to say it's a band of misfits, but it's almost like a group of players.
No, it's a lot of young
who are-
guys that aren't established, but they're buying into a system. You know what Bob, the coach, isn't afraid to do? He's not afraid to bench a player because
he's not afraid to bench people.
He's because these guys are so much young. They're in the learning process of how to win and play together. Like he benched Fairby the other day.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing too, also, Billy, that you got Jonesy and Briere, right? They come in, right? And guess what? They get rid of this kind of like woke
dead weight.
Well, it's you know what I mean, where the Sixers were a corporate type of thing,
right?
The Flyers were like a corporate thing, and
well, they still are.
I know, but I think they're getting. I think Jonesy's kind of taking them a little away from that. I think, and putting the emphasis back on coach, on coach and hockey, Billy,
hockey, Bob.
You know what I mean, and putting his emphasis on, you know what I mean. I think.
Well, it's so there was two different problems with the Flyers.
I mean, they're fighting, right? I know that they've had a couple Donnybrooks there, right, Billy?
They got Hathaway. That's why Hathaway just wants to fight anybody.
I love it. He looks like our good buddy Blue Man.
Hathaway would fight for free probably, but
and they got Delorier.
Well, Delorier, I think it's toned it down a little bit this year.
Can't beat him in the alley. Ain't going to beat him on the ice, right?
But the point is that there were two things that were a problem to me with the Flyers. Number one, Fletcher made some really bad decisions with the roster, and so you had to move on from him because you can't hire a coach like Tortorella and then have a GM like Fletcher who's not going to give him the players that fits what he wants to do.
Hey, fellas, I'm sorry, Josh, continue.
I was going to say the other side of it is you mentioned Jonesy now at the top of the rung now. Now you have someone who's a buffer between the corporation and the hockey operations. Right. And Danny, you know as well as I do, it doesn't matter what the sport is, if you don't have someone who actually understands what's going on beneath them and they're making decisions for people, it puts everybody in a pickle, basically.
No, 100%. And I originally butted in because I want to play a sound from John Tortorella after last night's game. They beat the Penguins like you guys all talked about, and he really chalks it up to one key factor, even though he doesn't feel they're playing their best hockey at the moment.
I love that. That is awesome.
That's Philadelphia.
Way to go, Billy.
Oh, come on, Bob.
I think Tortorella's more than coaching city.
Yeah, you know what? I love him.
Man, that's great. That's Sirianni-esque, isn't it?
I saw that this morning and just couldn't believe he said that, but it's perfect.
Good pull, Danny.
Radio gold.
Radio gold.
No vanity, just straight up. Hey, man, one thing we got, it's balls.
and see, you know what the thing is?
He's going to, the Philly Flyers fans going to love him.
The youthful exuberance of the Flyers. He's right. They probably don't get the momentum shift. They do little things because they don't have enough experience.
Oh yeah,
once they put that together, Josh.
And look what's on the TV as we're talking about it right now. That's a sign right there. Look at it. Look at it.
Well, like for example, a guy like Bobby Brink, like just to use an example,
I love Bobby.
Not
Brink.
last night's game, but the game before. When he completely missed that assignment, like he literally let the guy fly past him and score, and like Tortorella's just like screaming at him, and then he just like sits down, and then Couturier turns and starts chewing into him as well.
Yeah, but see but then you
need that.
But that's the beauty of the team. They got a good mix of veterans Bobby, and then they got a rookie like Bobby Brink, who's providing a spark. Hathaway. I mean, the list goes on and on. Far.
Well, Hathaway's a veteran.
Yeah,
so,
but I know.
But then you got a young guy like Forrester out there.
Forrester.
You mentioned Farabee is still only like 24 years old. He's not an old guy.
Get me all excited now. And even though now you guys bum me out,
maybe we should go to the Flyers game tomorrow instead of the
Sixers
Sixers game.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, prepare for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point.
Of course, we are here inside the Tropicana where you can fall in the fun this season with a getaway here in Atlantic City. Yes, Tropicana allows you to rake in the savings with incredible hotel deals, indulge in new restaurants, and revel in exciting nightlife and entertainment. Book your Tropicana getaway today at Caesars.com/AC.
I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. You got to get down to La Scala's. They're located in Brigantine. They opened this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandma made. Plus, you'll enjoy their famous pizza, daily specials, and their game day menu. Eat in and take out at La Scala's. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. Every Thursday night is Brigantine night. Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. Each table gets a free signature pizza. The drink specials include $2 Miller Lite, $3 Peroni, and $4 house wines. They got huge big screen TVs, a wraparound bar, and the food is fabulous. Go to LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. All right, when we return, we'll talk with the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Bobby Schwein, Josh Hennig, as we broadcast live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Ryan Rack here from Sunday Night Football on Westwood One. Ryan Harris and I will be at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field this week to bring you the Packers and the Chiefs. Jordan Love and Green Bay are back in the playoff hunt thanks to back-to-back wins. Now they face a Kansas City squad at 8-3, coming off a road win last week in Las Vegas. Join us for the Chiefs at the Packers on Sunday Night Football.
Listen to Sunday Night Football on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Eagles football.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuan guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
When my daughter gets a cold, I have a secret weapon. DayQuil Kids Berry from Vicks. DayQuil Kids is specially formulated to treat kids' most bothersome cold and cough symptoms quickly. And the best part is that DayQuil Kids Berry tastes really great. Aren't you supposed to be resting? Maybe.
DayQuil Kids Berry. The Kids Berry-licious daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, stuffy nose, just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6 years plus.
At Bank of America, we asked our employees what they wanted most.
I want to work where everyone is welcome.
To have benefits that take good care of my family.
to move forward in my career. We listened and did all that and more. It's why we're proud to be Just Capital's #1 top company to work for. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Just Capital used annual rankings that track performance across the 5 worker-related issues evaluated. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC. Equal credit opportunity lender.
Dell's Cyber Monday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top-brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Now, more of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for Week 13 in the NFL. And, of course, the Eagles 49ers 4:25 kickoff. And right now it's time to talk to my fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charles Bar and Restaurant at Summers Point, serving lunch and dinner and spirits. Watch all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out the full menu at charliesbar.com. Call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD. That's 609-927-FOOD. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the shore since 44. It's Charlie's Bar. Let's go to the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in to the locker room. He's all the way down at the Dominican Republic. He just got out of the Congo line. Brian Hartley. Good morning, Guru. The Congo. And do you have any Eagles fans down there, Brian? Right?
Oh, Lord.
They were the grape smuggling outfit.
All right, let's talk a little fantasy football with my guru. Hey, Brian, ready for this? Here's how bad my luck is. I make a trade for Jared Goff, right? And I got 3 quarterbacks now on my roster. So I decided to go with Trevor Lawrence, and I have Geno Smith on my roster. He scored. What's he do? He goes out and scores 39 fantasy points. He's on my bench. Guru, before we get started on fantasy football, very, very heated topic in the locker room this weekend concerning Jalen Hurts and his chances, or where do you see him in the MVP race?
Oh, wow.
Why do you say that? Yeah.
All right, Brian, let me get you some actual fantasy football questions before we let you get back to your conga line. Okay. So, right. Yeah. Well, we'll keep it quick. So, the official news came down that Noah Brown and Tank Dell are active today for the Texans. So, do you expect CJ Stroud to have a big game? And then playing guys. So Garrett Wilson, what the heck do we do with this guy? He scored double-digit fantasy points in all but 2 games this year, Brian, and yet his quarterbacks have been trash.
All right, since you're down in the Dominican Republic, we got to get you back to the Congo line. Give us your picks for Week 13 in the fantasy football in the NFL. All right, Guru. One last thing before we let you get back to the Congo line. Philadelphia Eagles 49ers today, 425. Give us your prediction. How do you think it's going to shake out? Yeah. (24-23). Scott Grayson said 31-30. So you guys both have a point difference. Hey, Guru, do you got all the kids? What's that? Guru, do you have your children with you? You're supposed to go down to the Dominican Republic with your wife and have a romantic weekend. You can't bring the kids. All right, Guru. Enjoy the rest of your time down there, and we'll talk to you next Sunday. There's the fantasy football guru, Brian Hartley, brought to you by Charlie's Bar and Restaurant, located in Summers Point, New Jersey, serving lunch, dinner, spirits, watching all the big games while enjoying their famous wings. Check out their website at charliesbar.com. Give them a call for takeout at 609-927-FOOD, 609-927-3663. Meet your friends at Charlie's Bar at the shore since 44. It's Charlie's Bar. First out of the locker room for over 83 years. The Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point.
We don't want to forget about the quarter. Discover an array of international flavors in Tropicana. Of course, the quarter is home of Atlantic City's premier restaurants like Family Style favorite Carmine's Italian Restaurant, P.F. Chang's Asian Bistro, The Palm, Cuba Libre Restaurant, The Rum Bar, and so much more. Learn more about all the restaurants inside the quarter of Tropicana at Caesars.com/AC.
Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Bobby Schwein, Josh Hennig, Danny Ryan, as we broadcast live for the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 13, and the Eagles host the 49ers later today at the Link in an NFC Championship game rematch.
First on a quarterback draw. He's at 5. He's in. Touchdown. The Eagles win.
Are you kidding me? Eagles Radio Network coverage begins at 3 p.m. Maryland Mike call all the action starting at 4:25. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
GMS Law. Make the right call with 4 convenient locations to serve you and at gmslaw.com. Boardwalk Honda. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas online at boardwalkhonda.com. The Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pools. Unique fan gear and gifts for every fan of every team. Cape Regional Hospital, your healthcare partner for a healthier life in Cape May County. Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Choose better banking. And South Jersey Gas.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt experience is important. Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson and Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. The pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste. It's a place. Randazzo's Pizza. This one right here. Randazzo's Pizza. Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home. No matter where you roll. Randazzo's Pizza. The tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza. The tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you find.
Winning means keeping our community safe. I'm Hassan Reddick, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. 59% of our adults report experiencing gun violence or know someone who has. Just like we focus on our training, we need to focus on proper gun storage.
Firearms should be locked out of reach of children and only accessible by you.
If you notice any warning signs of violence, speak up. Tell someone who can help.
Let's tackle gun violence together. Visit CamdenCounty.com/gun safety to learn more.
I have lots of fragrance lovers on my list, and Ulta Beauty has all I need to add joy to their holiday season. Shop your favorite fragrances from YSL, Carolina Herrera, Valentino, and Ariana Grande's new exclusive Cloud Pink scent. Plus, with a fragrance purchase of $70 or more, get a plush robe or throw, valued at $70, while supplies last. Shop the gifts that bring joy to everyone on your list this holiday season, especially you. Ulta Beauty, the possibilities are beautiful.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Billy Schwein, Bobby Schwein, Josh Hennig, and Danny Ryan producing back in the studio. I told you we'd have Bobby in here and fire things up a little bit today, Josh.
Oh, he's definitely firing things up.
I'm going to sit back and say, look, he's taking over the mic. I'm just going to sit back and let him go off. Right? He knows it all. Right?
I do know it all.
You don't know anything. Just like your buddy Russ just texted in. He goes, stats are for losers.
It's like Sheridan says, nobody knows Squadoosh.
Nobody knows Squadoosh. I know it all. Yeah. I don't know when I'm going to the Sixers game. And by the way, I want to thank Dominic because he does periodically give us tickets to give away to our listeners.
Yes, he does.
And he's from Dr. Dominic Mariani from Pennsauken Spine and Rehab. He does a great job. He's
good people.
Yeah, good people. But he misled me, Bobby.
No, I think you're just a dope. And
I think you misread the email.
Yeah, that's what I think.
All right, let's get into some predictions. Let's start off with Danny Ryan back at the studio. Danny, give us your thoughts on today's game. Who's going to win? And what do you expect?
Well, I'd be a clown not to say the Eagles. Every week when you ask my prediction, I try to maybe go against the Eagles. But like I said before, I'm going to stick with my take. I think they get up for today's game. All the trash talk, whether or not they want to say it's bothered them or it hasn't bothered them, it definitely has. So I'm going to go with the Eagles 10-point victory.
Whoa.
I'm going to go Eagles 34, Niners 24.
Wow.
Birds go to 11-1, and they are undoubtedly, as if they weren't in the past few weeks after beating the Chiefs, Bills, Cowboys, they will be by the media the best team in the NFL by far.
All right, there you go.
I like that.
Listen, I normally go last, but I'm gonna because I see Eagles. I'm gonna let Bobby go last today, Josh. I'll go.
Oh,
I'm gonna let
Bobby's gonna go last.
We'll save the dumbest for last. All right, I'm gonna go next because I'm gonna stay skeptical. Until the Eagles can show me that they can put together 4 quarters and look like a championship team, I'm going against the Birds today.
Wow.
And I hope I'm wrong because I love the
See,
Birds.
I told you how he does this. This is his little way of thinking he's going to help the Eagles out in his own mind. That's how whacked he is.
No, because you know why? Because I need to see 4 quarters of.
You're not going to see.
I need all the cylinders to be pushing. I need the offensive coordinator.
No, they play another team. There's another team on the other side,
well,
right?
Good, Bob. Guess what? So I want to see. This is what I want. I want to feel good. I want to get done watching the game at 7:30 tonight, and I want to feel good, Josh.
I think you just don't appreciate the fact this team's 10-1. I think that's your problem.
You know what? I just.
So what's your score?
My score is going to be Niners. All right, Niners are going to win this game, 30-28. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh my gosh! All right, so first of all, I got to follow up the most negative man sitting at this table. All right, first of all,
I'm not doing it on purpose.
Look,
I just don't feel good about it.
Hey, Josh, can you give me 1 second here? I got something brewing. Ready?
What?
Go ahead, Josh.
So let me just get this out. So I think the Eagles are going to win. I think they're going to win because they're at home. I don't think people realize that the reason why people talk a lot sometimes is because they're overcompensating.
Okay.
I think San Francisco is emotionally overcompensating right now. Confident people don't need to talk a lot of bleep, right?
Right.
So
that's true.
I think Philadelphia knows they're at home. They're the better team at home. If it was San Francisco, I feel differently. Give me the Eagles with a Jake Elliott game-winning field goal.
Wow.
30-27. Eagles win and Jake Elliott will be carried off the field.
All right. Okay. That's a good
2
one,
weeks
Josh.
in a row.
All right, Josh.
So here's what I'm going to say. I feel Billy's concerned about the quarters and whatnot. And that's legitimate concern. But I feel that that last quarter of plus the overtime, they turned the page. They turned it on. They have that ability. I think that carries into this week. With the exception, the only thing that kind of freaks me out a little bit was what Danny brought up about, the rest versus the games,
13,
and we're banged up a little bit, but I think the Eagles find a way. I think they have momentum. I think these guys been through, like you said, Billy. I think you're going to be a little bit more pleased. You're going to be there's going to be some head shaking going on,
right?
You're going to be shaking your head a couple times, with the offensive coordinator and whatnot. But I see they're going to see through this, and I think the Eagles pull this out. I'm going to say, believe it or not, I even with the weather and whatnot, I think the Eagles are going to be 42.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think I think
Against
it's going to be
49ers defense.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Believe it or not, I think the receivers are going to be, we're going to be scoring some points. I'm going to say 42 to 30. 37. So it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think it's going to be a track meet.
What Bobby's trying to say is that it's going to rain so much nobody can tackle anybody.
No, I think they're going to put it together. I think they're going to score some points today. I really do. So that's my feeling. I think we pull it out.
Who's your star of the game, Josh? Jake Elliott, you said on a.
Well, for Jake Elliott, I'll throw out there. I think Hassan Reddick has a good game because he'll be on the opposite side of Trent Williams. It'll be Sweat against Trent Williams, and it'll probably be Reddick against McGlinchey.
The only way, Bobby, for the Eagles to have a chance to win today if they win the turnover battle.
I think Jalen Hurts throws for about 350 yards today.
I'd love to see that.
I think you're going to be so surprised and pleased, whatnot. We're going to score 42 points on these guys today.
I hope you're right.
So that's
I hope you're right.
Josh,
you're right, Danny.
how long is this field goal Jake Elliott's going to be again? Another 60-yarder?
55.
All right, fair enough.
All right, guys, great show today. We had a lot of fun. The Tropicana Sportsbook is ground up right now. Everybody's got their slips in
See the
their
people
hands.
going by. They're giving us the bird,
I want to thank
flapping their wings.
Scott Grayson. I want to thank Brian Hartley, the fantasy football guru. Danny Ryan, of course, do a great job back in the studio. Josh, Bobby, thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday. Because nothing could be finer than talking sports with their Schweiners. Let's go, Birds! And I'll see you next weekend right here in the locker room. 97.3.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike.